All right, we are about to go on an incredible journey. We're going to shrink way, way down to explore the one thing that makes up, well, pretty much everything. We're getting to the heart of what our universe is really made of. So let's just jump right in with a huge question. I mean, look around you. The screen you're looking at, the air in your lungs, your own hands. What is all of that stuff really made of? The answer, it turns out, is something so fantastically small, it's kind of hard to even wrap your head around. All right, so let's get right to it. Let's meet these tiny, tiny particles, the fundamental units of all matter in the entire universe. And here it is, the atom. Now, what is it? It's the smallest possible piece of something that you can have that still has the properties of that something. Like gold or oxygen. A really great way to think about it is like this. Atoms are the universe's Lego bricks. Just like you can build literally anything with a box of Legos, the universe uses atoms to build everything we see. Okay, so if atoms are the Legos, what are the Legos themselves made of? Well, to find out, we have to go on a journey right inside one. We're zooming in again, even further this time. So once you crack open an atom, you're going to find three main players inside. First up, you've got protons, and they have a positive charge. Then you've got their buddies, the neutrons, which, as the name suggests, are neutral, no charge at all. Now, both of those guys are packed together right in the center. Then, zipping all around the outside, you have these super tiny things called electrons, which have a negative charge. So what does this actually look like? Well, you've got this incredibly dense, super heavy core called the nucleus. That's where the protons and neutrons hang out. And almost all of the atom's weight is right there in that tiny little center. And then way, way out, you have these feather-light electrons just whizzing around that nucleus at incredible speeds. It's kind of like planets orbiting a sun, but you'll see in a minute just how extreme that comparison really is. Okay, so we've got the pieces of the puzzle. Protons, neutrons, electrons. But how do these parts come together to create everything from water to diamonds? Well, it turns out there's a beautifully simple set of rules for how creation works. This right here, this is basically the secret code for the entire universe. It's called the atomic number, and all it is the number of protons in an atom's nucleus. But that one number, it's everything. It's like an element's passport, its own unique fingerprint. If you change the number of protons, you change the element. Period. Let's look at some examples. Take hydrogen, the simplest element out there. Its atomic number is 1. Why? Because it has just one single proton. That's its entire identity. One proton will always be hydrogen. Now, what happens if you find an atom with 6 protons? Is it hydrogen anymore? No way. Its identity has totally changed. With 6 protons, you've got carbon, the element that's the backbone of all life as we know it. And what about an atom with 8 protons? Well, that gives you oxygen, the very stuff you're breathing in right this second. It's really that simple. That one number, the proton count, tells you exactly what you're dealing with. And this is where the magic really happens, how we actually build a world. If atoms are the bricks, then molecules are what you build with them. So when 2 of those hydrogen atoms get close to one oxygen atom, they can share their electrons, they snap together, and boom, you get one molecule of water. H2O. That's it. That's how everything is made. Okay, we've seen what's inside the atom and how it all works. But now we're about to get to a fact that is so strange, it might just break your brain a little. So get ready. So think about it. We've got this tiny nucleus at the center, and then these even tinier electrons zipping around way out in orbit. So what's filling up all that space in between? What is an atom mostly made of? The answer is almost nothing at all. No, really, let this sink in. If you could blow an atom up to the size of a football stadium, the nucleus, the part with almost all the stuff in it, would be a tiny little marble sitting on the 50-yard line. The electrons, they'd be like little specks of dust flying around the cheap seats. Everything else, just empty space. That means the solid object you're sitting on and your own body are actually 99.999% empty space. Okay, now that we've wrapped our heads around that mind-bending emptiness, let's zoom all the way back out and see how these tiny, mostly empty building blocks create, well, the entire universe. And this is why it all matters. Because these little particles, they're not just some abstract thing in a science book. They are you. They make up your body. They're the air you're breathing. They form the planets and the sun and stars that are trillions of miles away. You, right now, are an amazing community of trillions upon trillions of atoms all working together. So let's do a quick recap. Atoms are the building blocks of everything. They're made of protons, neutrons, and electrons. You've got that dense core called the nucleus with electrons orbiting it. And the most important thing to remember? The number of protons is the element's unchangeable ID card. And that really brings us to a powerful final idea. From the smallest atom to the biggest galaxy, everything is connected. It's all built from the exact same elegant and mostly empty parts. So I'll leave you with a question. If the solid world you can touch and feel is almost entirely nothing at all, what does that say about reality? Something to think about.